Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. Mrs. Smith is going to read out loud today's quick quiz about Mexico. Remember that it is open notes, which means you can go back to last week's daily work about Mexico and use all of your assignments to answer these quiz questions. Let's begin with your first and last name and pull down whether you are in social studies or pre-AP social studies. Latin America is a region made up of Mexico, Central America, and South America. True or false? Since this is open notes, if you do not know the answer to this question, you might want to open up a browser tab and Google Latin America map and see if it's made up of Mexico, Central America, and South America. Next, click on this map of Mexico to help you answer the question, Mexico is the southernmost country located on the continent of Asia, Africa, North America, or South America. For 6 points, again, click on this map of Mexico. I believe it will open up just like this, where you can take a look at this map of Mexico. Remember, we really want to use our resources and not just guess. Which river forms the natural boundary between Texas, which is the United States, and Mexico? So I'm going to go up here. Here's the United States, and this looks like the outline of the bottom of Texas. So I'm looking for what is that river called? And if you need to zoom in, I completely understand. It's called, well, I won't say it out loud for you, but there's where an answer is. Is it Rio Bravo del Norte, which we would call Rio Grande River? Is it the Red River, Rio Santiago, or Baja California? I believe this is the last one that you look on the map of Mexico. The two countries on the southeastern border of Mexico are blank and blank. So we need to know our north, south, east, and west, and we need to look at this beautiful green country called Mexico, and then we need to get to the south and the east. And the two countries that border Mexico, are they Texas and Arizona, Costa Rica, Belize and Guatemala, or Ciudad Juarez and Monterrey? I'm not going to click individually on each one of these websites, but when you click the link, it will take you to the web page, which you can find the correct information for. Let's see. 3 Native American civilizations that thrived in Mexico before Spanish colonization were Hernan Cortez, conquistadors, haciendas; Olmec, Mayas, Aztecs; pollution, overcrowding, political corruption. Mexico has a president. He's the head of the strongest branch of government, and he serves for a blank year term. He cannot be reelected. How long does he serve? 1 year, 4 years, or 6 years? Again, we'd want to click on this timeline before we see which happened earliest in the history of Mexico. Aztecs founded the capital city of Tenochtitlan. The Spanish conquistador Hernan Cortez lands in Mexico, or Mexico gains its independence from Spain. For 6 points, we're going to talk about the landscape of Mexico. Mexico lies along the something, and it rims the Pacific Ocean. This is the cause of many earthquakes and volcanoes. I think maybe we've learned about this in science class. Is it tectonic forces, the ring of fire, or continental drift? Many U.S. companies have built maquiladoras in northern Mexico. So what is the best description of a maquiladora? Are they factories where workers assemble parts in other countries and the finished products are exported? Is it the main tectonic plate on the ring of fire that causes Mexico's earthquakes and volcanic activity? Or is it the Aztec god of war responsible for the Spanish invasion and smallpox epidemic? For this right here, you're going to have to go back to, we did a formative about colonial progression, but I'm not sure that you're allowed to get back into formative and review your answers. So Mrs. Smith posted the handwritten key of the same worksheet that we had done in our formative. So here's answers down at the bottom, and here's information that'll help you with the answers. Spain rewarded the conquistadors by giving them blank in Mexico: slaves, gold, land, or ships. Maybe we'd want to go down here and we'd want to say, oh, number 6 helps me answer that question. During colonialism, what did the Spaniards call the land that was Mexico? South America, Gulf of Mexico, conquistadors, or New Spain? Maybe I'd want to come over here and I'd want to see, here's where it's called Mexico. So if I go to the next one and the next one, maybe we see Mexico actually had a different name. Mexico's long border with the United States follows a blank boundary. Third largest, Guatemala, natural river, or along a line of latitude. These come from the data dig that we did last week. When you open that up, you'll see Mrs. Smith's colorful handwritten key. And you'll notice that on this right here, it really will just tell you answers, and you have to go through and figure out where I'm going to look for the answer. So for example, this border follows a blank, blank, blank. A something, something boundary. Third largest, Guatemala, natural river, or along the line of latitude. The economy of Mexico is most heavily influenced by which neighboring country? Canada, Guatemala, Belize, or United States? It's about economy, so it would be in this section right here that Mrs. Smith wrote in light blue. The border area between Mexico and the United States is a place of heavy human migration. Mexicans who cannot find work in Mexico sometimes travel to the USA, some legally and others illegally, in search of. What are people who travel from Mexico to the United States? What are they in search of? Economic opportunities, which means jobs. Border patrols increased to help stop illegal immigration. Fruits and vegetables, agriculture, or the modern skyscraper called the Latin America Tower. We'd probably want to come read this section where Mrs. Smith wrote in orange to find our answer. Mexico City is a megacity, and it has many overcrowded slums. These slums contribute to which problem? A surplus, which means extra, fresh food and water. Urban sprawl, or the expansion of cities, which is a strain on resources. Mexico's democracy and the president's 6-year term limits. Oh, this answer choice helps you with a question that was right back up here. Anyway, go back and see if you have the same answer up here. Excuse me. Or is it the Latin America Tower has 44 floors and is 497 feet tall? I did not mean to mark this. That doesn't mean that this is the correct answer. It's just that Mrs. Smith accidentally clicked it. Which vocabulary term describes the blending of traditional beliefs and practices from different faiths? One example is the celebration of the Mexican holiday called Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead. If you are a vocabulary word on the data dig, you're probably going to be bright yellow. So it's Miss Maquiladora, a symbol. So let's find a bright yellow word: conquistadors, transformed, colonialism, syncretism. The one that's talking about what's Day of the Dead. Is it colonialism, the agreement formerly known as NAFTA, football, which also means soccer, or syncretism? Good luck with your quiz. I hope you did really well. You'll press submit and you'll be able to view score immediately. Have a great day.